Okay, hello, good morning. Yes, so today, like my mother is visiting, so I had to wait for her last night, so I got to bed a bit later than normal, and our daughter woke up a little bit earlier than normal, so I'm a little bit tired. But hopefully my brain still works. Also, like kindergarten is closed today, so I might get interrupted here. But hopefully we're good. Okay, so what we were doing the last time. Yeah, I also moved my face down to the left so that you have like a good overview of the preview. Yeah, so that should be better. Cool. Yes, so what we did last time, like we're talking about state machines and stuff. And we talked about how can we ensure that we have like the state we're trying to, like how do we get TypeScript to understand the context we're in. Specifically when we have an action that's like out of context. TypeScript has no way to understand in what context is that action running. So we have to do something to tell TypeScript what's okay and what's not okay. And that should like make your code better because that's why TypeScript is there to kind of help you to ensure that your code actually runs at runtime. And we did this quite crazy check here to say that whenever we are in any of these states, we are allowed to actually add the items. And then we started talking about this matches API. And I actually implemented that right after the stream. I got a little bit excited. And then that's what happens. But before I show you that, I also wanted to mention I got a comment related to like when you have state that is null, you have this non-nullable thing. Like it's a type helper, so you can kind of like pass in, for example, profile. So you can do something like that, and then you kind of get the non-null, like the profile without null and undefined. But you can also use a function, which I think, was it Etienne? Etienne, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You can also, well, I don't remember what I called it, non-nil, for example. And then you can say state profile. So you kind of say profile, and then you have a function that doesn't do anything. It just takes in the value and returns it, but it ensures that when it returns it, it's actually there. And and then the question is like, what do you like better? Do you want to have this function, or do you want to strictly use the types? But like what we'll be talking about is ideally you would like TypeScript should. You shouldn't be telling TypeScript what's there. TypeScript should tell you what's supposed to be there. So instead of telling TypeScript explicitly, I have this value, you rather tell TypeScript, this is the context I'm in. Please help me to tell me what's available to me. Yeah, I think that's a good way of explaining it. Okay, so let's try installing, let's see. We are going to install Overmind next, and we also ideally need Overmind React next. Also, this branch has a new version of the React hooks because I'm working on supporting concurrent mode, which is quite interesting. Actually, a lot of libraries has challenges supporting concurrent mode. Not that like it's a bad implementation, but it's very, very different, and it takes a lot of opinions on how things should work, and it has to make those opinions, but it makes it a little bit tricky. But I think Overmind is actually in quite a special position there, because every component using state from Overmind has an instance of a track tree, like a track state tree, which the component holds on to, while other solutions just has like a subscription. It doesn't have like something concrete to hold on to. So you kind of have to restart the subscription, and then, yeah, I won't go into that. So I think, and that causes memory leaks and stuff. So you kind of have to have this cleanup process in concurrent mode, which feels super icky. And they're trying to make this better. But anyways, I'm talking about something completely different. So what we're supposed to do here now is to say if state... Oh, did it completely crash now? Oh, I should have tested this, I guess. Let's see, did I completely break it now? Oh, that's too bad. Well, that's the way it is. Yeah, now it just says, ooh. Let's just to be certain here, let's try to refresh and see if it just needs to refresh the typing. Or I might have completely broken it. That's kind of sad though. It was working in locally when I implemented it. Yeah, shit, I completely broke the thing. I wonder how that happened. That sucks. Oh, what did I do here? Expected 1 argument but got 2. Interesting. So how did I break this? Maybe we can fix it. Maybe we can do that for this session. Because I did get a question like, how did you implement the matches API? So maybe we can take a look at that first and then see what the hell did we do. Okay, so this is just some other stuff we can remove. Yes, so this is what I did. This is the implementation of the state machine. It's just a class that you use. So when you call state machine, I wonder what happened there. Oh. Anyways, when you call statement, oh wait, I think it's because, yeah, sometimes CodeSandbox does not pick the right version. It's related to caching and stuff. So I'm going to be very explicit about the version we're going to install as soon as it's able to. Let's see, name, this tags latest, this is the one we want. Oh, there it parsed it, great. Give me this one. So I think we just got an old version of Overmind actually. Oh, come on. There we are. Let's see. Add dependency, Overmind, and this version. Let's see what happens now. Let's see, let's restart the extension host. Let's see. No, still didn't work. I find that really weird because it's staying. It seems to have the wrong version because of course there are 2 arguments here. Oh, maybe we can just look at it. What's the typing it? Where's state machine? That's the operators. Where are you here? State machine. Yeah, look at that. It's an old version. Yeah, that's interesting. Why is it using an old version? Yeah, this is something wrong on CodeSandbox. CodeSandbox could not install specific version. What if I refresh? Does that do anything? Maybe I had to do this. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Well, we still don't have the matches API. Oh, maybe it installed the actual... Oh yeah, now it installed the latest version. Okay, let's try one more time and see if it's able to grab this. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, sorry, this is a boring episode. Like, this is not planned, so some of these episodes might be a little bit boring. It's just the way it is. But it's real, at least. This is how I sit and struggle when stuff doesn't work. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, this is interesting. Let's see now, does it have... So it does have this version, but for some reason now it doesn't have the other version. Let's see, state machine. State machine state. Yeah, look at this, it's not the correct typing. But did it actually deploy? This might be let's see. Overmind build history, because I have this thing. Yeah, add matches API to state machines. This sucks. This really sucks. I will try one more thing, and that is to clear my storage. Hopefully this doesn't break. Let's see. No, I'm still not getting it. Like, I might be doing something wrong. No, I'm not doing something wrong. It's simply not installing the version I'm telling it to. 24677. That was the latest version, right? Next, yeah, 677. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure this out, why it's breaking. But let's look at the implementation now. Okay, so basically a state machine is a class instance. And this is what happened after we introduced class instances to Overmind as like a first class citizen kind of thing. Like, it has first class support for it. And the thing is, like, in a class instance, you can point to the internal of the class instance. And that's what we're doing here. And we're exposing methods that you can run. And then you can just point to this. And then you have like access to the state. And this state is actually like the proxied state. So it's actually tracked, and you can do mutations and stuff inside here, which is really cool. And then I do some stuff using some symbols, which actually gives me the underlying value and stuff. But the point is the matches API. Like, how do we actually make, where are we? How do we actually make, so matches, for example, home. So if we do like if matches home, then it's supposed to suddenly inside here, you have the typing that matches home. Like, how can TypeScript ever understand that? And there is so much like that seems like black magic inside TypeScript, and some hidden stuff that you wouldn't typically use, but you use it when you want to build APIs. So basically what we're doing here, we're doing method overloading or function overloading. So basically the way I implement APIs with TypeScript is that I type it first. I don't use TypeScript and then TypeScript infers everything. I type everything first. So I create interfaces and types that describes the API, and then I go ahead and implement it. Because typically when you build APIs, it's not about like doing the typical thing. You're transforming a lot of stuff. You're taking in some configuration, which produces like a configured instance of something. And then it's so much easier to implement it by just typing it the way it should work. And then in the actual implementation, I use TypeScript actually not that much. As you can see here, I'm doing like as any, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really making it type safe internally, because it's just such a hassle to make things type safe when you do some crazy transformations and stuff. But anyways, so we have matches here, and so we can look at the first one. So if I have a single argument here, what we return, and this is something crazy. I had no idea about this until I saw it inside the XState library, because I wondered how they did their matches API, and they have some dark Jedi sorcerer, TypeScript sorcerer at XState who knew about this stuff. So basically, I haven't even read about this. I haven't found any documentation on it. So, but what it basically means is you're changing the meaning of this. So you're saying that, okay, whenever I call this function, the instance calling this method or function now becomes this thing. So what it becomes is, it becomes the state machine instance as normal, but then we also override some types. And what we're overriding is that we're looking at the states. So T states is basically our state with this state property representing the current state transition. And then we just extend the state transition we're passing in. And what that does is, it doesn't really do anything. And it will always match, always. But what it does is that it understands that, okay, the states here now actually becomes the version of the states that matches this argument, which is like, it's crazy stuff. But that's how you express it. Because the states can be multiple different states. You know, when we define it here, we say it can either be this, 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 or this. So when we extend this, for example, if we passed in home here, it will basically say arg0 is home, and then we say that states extends where the state is home, and then we just say that that's the thing. And now it magically understands that it's the specific home state that we are actually putting in here. It's interesting. And then we basically just have multiple version of matches, which then handles a different number of arguments. And there might be a way to like have like an unlimited number of arguments here. Previously that wasn't available. Maybe it's available now, but I couldn't get it to work. So this is just like a more straightforward way of supporting multiple arguments. Yes, but you see it can get quite lengthy. Okay, cool. So that is how it actually works. But why we can't use it here, that really annoys me. And I think we're actually going to just spend a little bit of time and try to understand what actually happens here. Because I want to report this so we can get this actually working. Because this must be annoying for other people as well. that. Let's put this thingy on. How do I get it over to the right? There we are. Let's see, Overmind. So we are getting the correct version here. Then preview. So we have Overmind. Can we see version 24.20.677? So it does actually download the right thing. Huh. Yeah, I wondered. Let's see. I'm just going to refresh here so that I can see if we can find the actual Overmind package here. I don't quite remember how this works. I'm getting the versions 24.20.677. And then we get the where do we actually grab the content? I wish I could like tell you about this state machine. So maybe this one is the one that's breaking. Current exit, state machine, constructor. Maybe we'll find it there. Let's see. Master if current exit, blah blah blah. It should be after this stuff. Oh, matches. Okay, this is interesting. So we do have matches here. Maybe it's just the typing that's failing. Yeah, okay, so let's try something. Let's try just writing the... How do I get it to... Oh. How do I get it up again? Ooh. No, that's another thingy. Is it? No. Ah! How do I get it back up there? I thought I was supposed to be able to just drag it. This is weird. What? Project module view. Wow. Okay, anyways. Let's just try to use it and see what happens. Yeah, you see. Well, this is on backlog update. Let's do it on one of the other ones. On auth changed. Okay, let's just run it. If state matches home. Yeah, exactly. So the code actually runs, so it's the typing that doesn't work. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's try to restart the TypeScript server again. But how do I actually get the preview back up on the right side? We have to... We have to improve that, because that was not evident at all. It's really nice though to get into these situations, because for me, I'm really feeling the pain of this now. And this is something that happens to our users as well. Like, no solution is perfect. And you can talk about like talking to users and getting feedback and feeling empathy with them. But the best possible way to empathize with your users is to get stuck in the same scenarios they do. Because this hurts me badly. Like, I just want to go in and fix this right away. So let's see when we get the typing ready here. Let's see what it says now. Yeah, it's still okay, but now at least we know it's the typing. So now we can take a look at, let's see, I have to refresh again. We have to search for Overmind. Okay, the data, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, where is the, I don't remember the, let's see, is it this one? Prod packager? No, this is the one that gives me the contents. I want the other one. Is it this one? Yes. So this is giving me the typing. Do we have any idea? So Overmind, blah, blah, blah. It's the correct file. And Overmind ES index. Do we have the contents here? We actually do. So let's copy that. Let's just shove it in here. Oh yeah, sorry. Of course we have to look at state machine. We do have the, this is confusing. We do actually have the typing as well. Machine methods, yeah, that's new. So I wonder what is happening here, because we do get the correct content, we do get the correct typing, but for some reason we are not getting the types here. And what could be the reason for that? Because here you see it's like some old typing. But we're not... This is insanely weird. We see that we're downloading. This is the code that should be here. This is super weird. So Overmind... Oh, lib... Oh, wait. Is it something wrong with building? No. Well, yeah, maybe it is. No, machine methods. Yeah, so it's the same in the lib. State machine. Yeah, lib state machine. And then when I look here, we see that it's like completely different content. You see when you have the matches stuff and everything. That is very, very weird. And I have to talk to someone about this, because I have no idea what's going on. How the hell can this... Frustrating. So we're downloading the stuff, but 25.11 is this? Oh wait, this is interesting. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what it is, and this is actually a general thing with Overmind React. Like, you know, when you have, and this was a discussion when we created Overmind, I actually wanted everything to be within Overmind. So for example, the React package, Vue package, everything would be inside Overmind. So you would say like import create hook from Overmind / React, for example. And the reason I wanted this is because of what we're experiencing now. Because when you have a dependency to a package, so Overmind React depends on Overmind, of course. Yeah, and it depends on like a specific version. So when we install, and when we're not explicit about installing the matching versions, then suddenly Overmind React gets a different version of Overmind. Yeah, a different version of Overmind. And that's what's happening here. So we're actually installing Overmind, but because Overmind React requires a different version of Overmind, that becomes the version that's being used. And I really hate this with packages. But yeah, I didn't win that argument, but now I'm feeling the pain of it. So basically what should happen now is that we have Overmind React on the right version. Let's try to just restart TS server first. But yeah, this is super important, and this is generally with packages. You have to make sure that if you're like installing an add-on to some core package, you have to be careful with versioning. Yeah, I should really fix this. Maybe we should just remove Overmind as a dependency to Overmind React so that you don't get into this issue. Because then you rather, if you haven't installed Overmind, then you will just get some error. I have to refresh this. So let's see what happens now. It's kind of sad that we spent half an hour on this. I should have maybe tested it before I started this session. But again, this is what it's all about. Are we getting the types? Maybe I'm completely overloading here now. Why are we not getting the types now suddenly? Yeah, it's downloaded. Everything should be okay. Everything should be okay. Why isn't it? Is there some error here? No. Why doesn't it load the types? That's interesting. Oh man, this was a sucky session. God damn it. Yeah, I can't figure this out. Well, suddenly now I got the correct types, but then something else happens. That's fantastic. Why isn't it loading the types now? Is this like a general problem now? No, it's getting the types. What? Let's try once more. And if this doesn't work, we'll just quit for now. And then I'll make sure this works before we start the next session so that we can actually continue on our app. But yeah, this kind of reflects some of those days where you're supposed to go and implement something and then you hit something in your environment and you spend all day with the environment instead of implementing what you were supposed to implement. Now, typically, like a Code Sandbox reduces that problem drastically, but still, it doesn't remove it completely, as you can see. Yeah, I wonder why the types are not loading here. I'll have to look at that. Okay. Anyways, we'll quit there, and then let's see, I'll just remove this one. And then I'll quickly make sure that typing is actually here when we start the next time. And then we'll actually going to implement the UI for adding a backlog item. Okay, cool. Have a nice weekend, and then we'll hopefully see each other on Monday morning, and it should be a way better session then. Okay, have a great weekend. Bye bye.